This video is sponsored by you. Mika is OP, but nothing beats her ass. But let's come back to it later. First we have Swimsuit Hasumi. Her EX skill range is linked to her position, similar to Hanako. While Hasumi range is longer, make sure you've tested her in Tiferet first. To avoid similar situations, Swimsuit Seia is just striker Kisaki, but she's fine at 4-star. And you'll use her once in a while, like Dressaru. Swimsuit Nagisa introduces cost overload mechanics, but it only works if your team still has the maximum number of units available. If you run a team with only 2 strikers, or someone ascends, you can't use this mechanic at all. Swimsuit Mika introduced the rapid fire stance. If you pull her skill up, it will rotate just like a normal EX skill. If you swipe it down, the EX skill will stay, allowing Mika to fire rapidly for 30 seconds. Here's how Mika and Nagisa EX works together. Moving to the free Ichika, she'll be your savior in contents that require focus fire mode, because doing Yesod without focus fire is like talking to a wall. You can farm Ichika in this minigame of the event. This mode has 3 types of nodes. The blue node gets you more students and skill cards. The green node lets you heal your students, revive them or remove card. But let's explore the red battle node first. At the start of battle, you can draw 4 cards, and you can redraw once if you don't like them. Your current cards will be displayed at the bottom, and you can only have up to 10 cards. Each card requires some skill cost to use, and it's displayed on the top left of the card. Each turn will grant you 1 extra skill cost, and your current skill cost is on the bottom right. Turn 1 get you 3 cost, turn 2 gives you 4 cost, turn 3 gives 5 cost, and so on. You can use the end phase button, or use your striker student EX skill to end a phase. Just note that if you don't use any cost in phase 1, you still only get 4 cost in phase 2. Your student HP is on the top left of their card, and the battle ends when either your enemy dies, or your striker student is out of HP. You can set 4 strikers on a team, however you can only use the EX skill of the striker student you put at the front. This student will be the one tanking all the damage, unless the enemy can hit multiple students at once. This also applies to the enemy side. You can only hit the frontmost enemy, unless your student has an AOE skill, which requires more skill cost to activate. You can only use another striker student EX skill. If you switch them to front position, you also has 2 support students slot, and you can freely use their EX skills, as long as you have skill cost. However, using your striker student EX skill will end the phase immediately. If that's too much to digest, here's a quick recap. In phase 1 you get 3 cost. If you use your striker student EX skill, you'll end turn 1 and go into turn 2. And now you have 4 cost. So ideally, you want to use all your skills cards first, before using your striker student skill. Skill costs are quite important, so always pick Ichika 0 cost card, which gives you 2 free skill cost. Ignore equipment cards, unless you're going for some fun builds. How good some cards are depends on how far you have progressed on the skill tree, and you only earn skill upgrade points once you finish a run. So before going for the brain-dead endgame build, which may need skill cost reduction from the skill tree, let's go over some of the harder nodes, and explain some of the best cards to have, unless you run the team at the end of the video. First is the coconut tree map. Here I picked Ichika as the frontmost student, since her skill cost is lower than Hina. This coconut tree has a shield, and the shield has 5 HP. You need 6 damage to bring its HP to 98, and defeat it. So I'll just cycle through my cards, and wait for the next phase. Each phase the tree deals 2 damage to every striker students. And here's the best single target card. For 2 cost this near card deal 3 damage to a random enemy. And if it hits the frontmost enemy, this card will return to your hand, so you can use it infinitely, as long as you have skill cost. So let's get 2 extra cost first, then spam Nya. When the tree reaches 98 HP, we'll need to end the current phase, for the tree to spawn 3 coconut cards. At the end of one phase, Each coconut card also deals 2 damage to your strikers. Similar to the tree, you only need to bring the card HP to 98 to defeat them. However, each coconut you take down will heal your student 2 HP, so make sure you heal more compared to the damage you take. The Kaiten node is fairly easy. The Sushi Ranger never attacks, and they will retreat after using their skills. If there is only the robot remaining, it will nuke the map at the end of that phase, so save up enough damage to take out the robot in turn 6. Some enemy node also has a healer, and they are usually at the back of the formation, so you can't hit them directly, like this yellow bunny girl with a sniper rifle here. So prepare Kikyu card to pull them to the front, and prioritize taking them down first. Other variants of enemies that you should take down first include Akemi, if you leave her last. She hits really hard. This robot bad guy that can summon more enemies. The node with Rabu. Or this green hair girl with a sniper rifle. That gives 9 shield to an ally. If you don't have Kikyu card, the watermelon card, which summon 3 more melons card. To deal damage to a random enemy also works. Some student like Mika also deal 2 damage to a random enemy. If you switch her to the front position, note that it takes 1 skill cost to switch a striker to the front position. There are also enemies that you shouldn't hit, like this oil barrel or Makoto statue, which gets a shield for every HP it loses, and deals damage equal to the shield HP. The way to deal with it is to stack up damage from skill cards and take it down in 1 turn. Before we see Pero, let's go over the brain dead build first. From my experience, you always see Mika in your run. She deals 7 damage for 5 cost, which means you need 2 extra cost from Ichika skill card, and the cost reduction from the skill tree. I will build my card deck with that in mind. But you don't need Striker Mika for the deck to work. However, you'll need 2 core skill cards. First, restart till you find the card. That reduces a random card skill cost to 0. We need some melons for Peroro, so I'll take this card too. Here's the first core card. For this deck, we only take the cards we need, and ignore the rest, so we can cycle our decks back faster. At the start, my deck has a few skills that deal random damage to enemies. That's because Ichika X only costs 2, so I want to squeeze out extra damage from these cards. Over time, you want to remove most of them via the green node. The second core card you need is Mika's Ass. This card adds 10 damage and 10 HP to a striker of your choice, but remove other striker students from the field. And now that student can one-hit most enemy, except for Perorodzilla. So here's a quick showcase. Here most of my cards have 0 cost, thanks to the upgrades from the skill tree. In turn 1, the big boss with 20 HP has no shield, so I'll just Mika EX it directly. Mika EX cost 5, so I need 2 cost from Ichika. Once you have drawn all your cards, the cards at the graveyard will be recycled back to the left, allowing you to redraw them again. That's why I remove all the unnecessary cards. And Ichika card is back. I pick the melon cards first to cycle it to the graveyard. The big boss now has a shield, so we need to take down the small ones first. The melon deals random damage, so a special student that can target enemy will be much better here. Next, pull a small one up with Kikyu, so Mika can target it. To make sure Mika Ass becomes 0 cost, remove Ichika card first. Note that this card adds additive bonus, so if you use this card on Mika a second time, she will deal 28 instead of 18 damage, besides its ability to heal your student. Since there is nothing we can do here, let's end the phase. After this, just repeat till the boss is dead.